Hey, welcome back to Braxton's War Room. We're going to be taking a look at the Assault Phase in Gorizia 1916, the sixth battle of the Asanzo River. I did make a video of this already, but turns out I made a pretty big mistake with the scenario rules and really would have messed things up. So I decided to remake this video, being the perfectionist that I am. But I was getting some wrong information. Would not be okay for an instructional video. So, okay, first thing I need to do, this is, like I said, this is the 8th part of the sequence of play, the initiative player action phase. The Italian player is the initiative player, beginning of this scenario. And the initiative player action phase is broken down into 8 subphases. So subphase A is tactical movement and assault declaration. So for a unit to move into a hex, actually to assault a hex, it has to have enough movement points to actually move in the hex. The assault is actually taking place in the hex. So today I'm going to be, let's see, right now I'm going to be activating the Cuneo Brigade, which is this brigade that you see right here. Those 4 units. And the first thing I do is I take the brigade headquarters right there, and we place them somewhere within 6 hexes of the units. That is so they are in command and that they can be activated. Then I would mark each unit that I intend to assault with assault markers. I'll be attacking each hex in front of them. All right, and so that's it there. And then moving on to subphase B, which is offensive bombardment. So any artillery units that are eligible to use by this brigade can bombard each hex that's being assaulted. You can kind of see there's 2 of the artillery units right here. You can see on the top left of the counter, they have the same command stripe, colored stripe as the Cuneo Brigade. So these are eligible to be activated. So let's see here. I'm going to activate 4 units because I got 4 hexes to assault. I will break it up. Actually, I can do 5. Let's do that since I did pay for it with the logistics points. So let's take a look. This unit right here has 6 firing factors, and it has a unit which is adjacent and has line of sight to this unit that I'm going to be firing on right here. So that's all you need is a unit that can spot for you that has line of sight to the other unit. And then you can drop artillery bombardments in. So this is 6 firing factors. In the special rules for the first turn for the Italians, the 1st brigade activated gets a 3-column shift to the right. The 2nd brigade gets 2 column shifts to the right, and the 3rd gets 1st. And then after that, the next brigade activated goes down to just normal. No benefits, special benefits from the rules. So if you take a look at the bombardment table, you'll see that some numbers here I'll explain in a second. So you want to roll low with bombardment table, but if you take a look at the results, the number before the D is the number of disorganization levels that each unit would take. The D means disorganization, and the number after disorganization means 1 step loss. And then the T means the trench is reduced by 1 level. So we take a look at the 6 column, go 3 to the right, puts us on the 1620, but back 2 because of the trench is going to put us on the 911 column. And with the bombardment table, like I said, you want to roll low. So let's see how we do here. And again, that is this unit being right here. One thing you want to make sure that you do is mark each unit as you go that's been activated. And that is the activation marker. All right, here's the roll. Oh, a 1. That is the best you can do. On the 911 is 1D1T. So that is 1 disorganization level and 1 step loss, and the trench is reduced. So, unit up here, get the trench marker. I'm not sure if I mentioned that each printed trench on the map begins at a level 2. So that is reduced. This unit loses a step. And then we also take a disorganization 1 marker, and I will place that under the unit. Okay. Moving on to the next unit, I will activate 12. Let's see, I'm doing 4 units. Let's see, let's drop, since this is a victory point hex, Mount Calvario is, we'll drop them in with this stack down here that you can't see on the camera. That's going to be 12 artillery firing factors. 3 to the right puts us at 2630. 2 back puts us at 1620. This could eliminate it if I get a good roll. That's a 1D, 2T. So that would be 1 disorganization level, but 2 steps, which is going to wipe out that unit. And that's what happens here. So this unit is eliminated, and it can be brought back with logistic points. So that unit will automatically be advancing. All right, moving on to the next stack. I've got these 2 units, 5 Gebrings. We're going to activate, there's a stack here, which are 2 6 firing factors, which are going to split up between these 2 hexes. So with the adjustments from the column shifts, that's going to put us on the 911, firing at the next hex down the line. That's a 4, and the 911 is just a D1. That's 1 disorganization level. All right, so we should have some good combats here. That goes under there. And the last one is the same thing, rolling on the 9 to 11. A 5. That is an Astros, which I have to re-roll the die on a 1 to 3. That's a D1. 4 through 6, nothing happens. That's a 5, so no effect. All right, great. We'll have some good results, some good assault examples to show. Okay, so after the offensive bombardment, we have defensive fire. Now, what the Austro-Hungarians can do here is fire on any unit with artillery that's in range that is activated to assault. So, I think they need to... This is a little bit worrisome here. That's 4 brigades that might break through. So I think we're going to drop in. Okay, so aside from the artillery, I forgot to mention that each unit has the center number that you see there. That is the yellow 2. That is the machine gun firing factor. So that you take the machine gun firing factor, which is 2, and then for every 4 artillery points coming in, you reduce it, it's 1/4 of that strength. So if you had 4 artillery points, it would reduce it to 1. So it's a little bit more challenging. I'm going to be activating 2 units up here, which is going to be 12. 12 total, reduced to 4, because that's 1/4 of 12. So I'm going to be dropping in 6 firing factors on this unit right here. No adjustments because they're out in the open, assaulting. So here we go. What happens? A 4 on the 6 to 8 is an Astros. So let's see what happens here. Let's roll again. That is a 2. So that's going to be a D1. A D1 on that first assaulting hex. So that means every unit in here gets a D1. So this can get a little fiddly. But I am one of those people that loves great battles of history, so I am used to this kind of thing. All right, there we go. So that's number 1. Now the next hex, I don't think the units will assault fire on that one, just because it's a given that he's going to advance. I probably should, but you know, the Austro-Hungarians have pretty limited artillery at the moment. So we go down to the next hex. Let's see, what do we have in range? We have a unit over here. We've got 2 machine gun firing factors. That's 2. And let's activate, see, I think in range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just in range. All right, so 2, let's drop in this unit here. That's only, all right, that's only going to be 3. 2 to 3. Yes, no, I got to do more than that. So let's drop in 2 more. We'll add 11, which is going to give us 3 more. So that will put us at 6 total. So this will be on the 6 to 8 column. Here we go for Austro-Hungarians. That's a 5. That's an Astros. We'll roll again. And a 4. That's no effect. Ouch. That's a lot. See, the spend a lot of artillery, and this is what happens. All right, the last hex for defensive fire. So what you can do, you can choose to have, even though this unit is the only unit, if there were other units that were adjacent that hadn't defensive fired yet, they could actually fire in that hex, but unfortunately there aren't any Austro-Hungarian units that can do that. So we're going to be activating, that will give us 1. Okay, we get these, we'll activate, so that would be 13 for 4. All right, we got another 6 coming in on this unit, or excuse me, that stack there. All right, Austro-Hungarians need a good roll here. Oh, a 6. That is a complete no effect. Brutal. Okay, well that's it for defensive bombardment. We'll move on to the assault resolution subphase. So like I said, the assault is actually taking place in this hex. We got the first hex here. We've got 6 firing factors against 2. That's going to be 3 to 1. Wow, that's going to be bloody. 3 to 1. We've got 3 to the right will put us at maxed out at 5 to 1. But 1 to the left, well, no, unfortunately that guy is disorder, guys. Oh, but so are the Italian units. Valuable level, so they're going to get 1 column shift back because of the morale difference, and also because of a level 1 trench. I think that's all that's left, yes. So that would be down to the 3.5 to 1 column. Still not good. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. Roll is a 1. Well, it's not as bad as I thought. So the attacker takes a 1d1, which is 1 disorganization level, 1 step loss. And the defender takes, actually I forgot, low rolls are bad for assault. Defender takes the exact same, result, but has to retreat. So actually that step loss will eliminate this unit. So he goes away. And the Italians will take 1 step loss. We'll make it this top one. And they take another disorganization level. Typical World War I results. He goes on to there. Takes a disorganization level. And let's put the machine gun on the bottom there. All right, and he'll go on top. All right, so they advance into the hex. That assault is finished. This group where the defending unit was eliminated during the offensive bombardment moves in. Now we'll move down to the next assault. We've got 6, actually, no, okay. That is an engineer unit, which is great for building bridges, but doesn't add anything to combat. Let's see. I think he does defend, but he does not attack. So we're going to be looking at 3 to 4. Well, that's not as good for the Italians. That will be 1 to 1.25 on the. So 3 to the right will put us at a 2 to 1. Back 2 will put us at a 1 to 1. Oh, and 1 more because the morale difference by 1. So it's on the 1 to 1.25 for the Italians. They roll a 3, which will be a D1R for the attacker and a D1 for the defender. So that's 1 step each, 1 step loss. And I forgot to mention that he had a disorder level, so the morale, there was no morale difference. There you go, static result. Well, actually, the Italians retreated. So, okay, moving on to the next one. We've got, this will be a same thing, a 1 to 1.25. I think it's going to go back down because of the morale difference. It's going to be exact same column, 1 to 1.25. Here we go. A 4, 1 to 1.25 is attacker will retreat, take a step loss and a disorder level. And the defender takes the same result, but obviously doesn't retreat. So, mixed results for the Italians. But this is good. I don't I don't like the extreme swings, so this is a good start. And this one will flip. And we'll go back. Whoops. All right. Okay. That is it for the offensive assault declaration. Now we move on to the counter-assault declaration. So this allows the Austro-Hungarians, if they choose to counterattack. And it basically works the exact same way as assault. So, no, not many units here that I would choose to counter-assault because it's just bad news sometimes. Maybe consider this one. Well, also what could work is any Austro-Hungarian unit within 2 could actually move up and assault. But I'm not liking the odds here. This one is probably the best shot. Boy. Let's see if they move up. 1, 2. They could assault 1 to 1. Oh, it's tempting. 1 to 1 is rough, though. You know, I think I'm going to pass on the counter-assault for the Austro-Hungarians since they lost all those units there. But if they did choose to counter-assault, the player, the initiative player that just assaulted would actually get defensive counter-assault fire. So, the machine gun factors, the units could use defensive fire as well as other artillery units, which I'm not going to do. And then after that is the action complete. So everything, that assault is done. Now the opponent reaction would come next. So if the Austro-Hungarians had any brigades that I had chosen to activate with logistic points, I could activate one of those brigades to go through the whole turn sequence and do their own little activation. But like I said, I did not activate any of the Austro-Hungarians for this turn, just because I'm learning the game and I didn't think it was probably the best choice. And so I don't have anybody to move. But you can see how that could get interesting if you were going to do that. That if you had you could seize the initiative and make a good counterattack and do something that could mess up the Italian plans or the player that's making progress. Okay, well, I think that's all I need. That's long enough video for now, and when I'm done with this turn, I'll come back and do a review of the turn, explain what happened, if there's anything interesting and exciting, and keep moving on. There's a couple other little mechanics in the game I like to show later on in videos, which I'll put in probably with just my the basic turn review. But in that case, that'll be all, and thanks for watching. I will see you later.